Hello, Frugal Force. Once again, this is Captain Frugal reporting for duty. And today I'm going to do a review of Captain America number 6. Yeah, I was really debating whether or not to review this book. And I was leaning towards no until I actually read it. And I was like, yeah, I got to review this book. So just to give you a heads up, the color artist is Sonny Go. And I don't know if he colored the cover. But if so, I'm not sure. I think maybe Alex Ross. I think Alex Ross does it all himself. The cover is done by Alex Ross, and that's my first complaint right there. I do not like this call. It's ugly. The color choice is just terrible. The only good thing about the cover is it says Stan Lee 1922 to 2018, giving Stan Lee a little respect there. But otherwise, look, this cover is not inviting. And the letter is none other than Joe Carmagna, which is another douche nozzle. And trust me, you find, look him up on social media, he's nothing fancy there. I mean, really, he letters comics and even doesn't seem like he does that great of a job of that. It's just passable, nothing spectacular. Editor's Tom Brevoort, which tells you even more once again, because, good old Tom Brevoort. And Ta-Nehisi Coates, of course, is writing this flaming turd. This book also has variant covers, but I don't have them here. Anyway, if you look into this story here, Alexa's people seem to be spreading their influence everywhere, including the U.S. government, and Steve suspects that Sharon Carter's boss, Thunderbolt Ross, sent Sharon into an ambush on their orders, and we've discussed that in the past issues, but he can't prove it, and the rest of Alexa's plan is already well underway. And that's what we start off as, with Alexa's plan here, and deconstructing Steve Rogers' Captain America even more, because Marvel seems to be absolutely bent on the destruction and deconstruction of characters rather than building on them and making them heroic, which I scratch my head on that so much. And that seems to be the whole thing about this issue. It starts right ahead at the very beginning there, where she's looking into discussing the game plan, I guess, if you will. And then at the very bottom here, I circled this as, of course, Bitcoin, huh? Well, all the kids are doing it. Oh, goodness. Yuck, no. Come on, this is somebody smart, an adult that's, making plans to destroy Captain America, and she's talking about Bitcoin? Oh, give me a break. So anyway, we get in more of the story, and the art is serviceable. Nothing spectacular at all. Matter of fact, if you look at this page here, with where's the background color? It's just a weak blue for Alexander here. I mean, come on, you could have done something in the sky or something. Maybe they can argue because it's the time of day, but there's an argument when you bring somebody back in this comic book, he isn't brought back alone, and they're showing like there's the Red Skull in him or some aspect of that. They go over how he died and then how he gets brought back. But here's the kicker here. Really, this book is boring. I mean, this is an absolute bore fest. This book is all blah, 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 all talking all the time.
What?
Hey, Apple,
What?
can you do this? No. Try it.
No, stop it. Okay, you've made your point. Stop it. Would you please be quiet?
Now, on top of that, you can't have a book, of course, written by Ta-Nehisi Coates without putting his own political agenda in that, which makes that talking even worse, as you see on this page here. Okay. Their leaders rob the citizens blind. Their police butcher men on video. The bureaucrats poison the drinking water. So once again, Trump robs us blind. The police are all bad. And they're butchering men, because we got to play that card again, because police are bad. And the bureaucrats poisoning drinking water, talking about Michigan. Once again, everything is, the man's fault. It's just garbage.
So wait a minute. You're telling me that Donald Trump won the election, right? Now, what does that mean for me as a black man? That means that I'm going to get a good job. I like being broke. I don't want a good job. And what? He's gonna do what? He's gonna lower my taxes?
This is actually a new Captain America spawned from a piece of cosmic cube. This isn't even the original Captain America. It's a sham. We want the real Steve Rogers, don't we? Captain America, Steve Rogers stood up for something. Sure, the name, but that's the problem. Marvel thinks the name's the character. That's not the character. Just because you slap a new character in with the same name does not make them the same character. It's that person that's special. It's what Captain America believes in, what his ideals are, what Steve Rogers believes in, what his ideals are, what his actions are, doing the right thing despite of himself, not just the name Captain America. And once again, that's where writers like Ta-Nehisi Coates don't get it. He doesn't like America in the first place. He has a lot of angst against America, and he's writing an iconic character that he doesn't have any agreement with and he doesn't understand. So the book is once again more blah blah blah, and we find out that spoiler alert, by the way, spoiler alert, General Thunderbolt Ross has been murdered, and who else do they pinpoint and think that has done it? None other than Steve Rogers. Captain America is the #1 suspect. Okay, so this book, the artwork was mediocre. Nothing great to sell the book. The backgrounds were mediocre, except for a few pages. But if you look and pay attention, most of the panels, the backgrounds are jack squat. Not good. And once again, it's a very boring issue. In my opinion, you wonder why I say it's boring. Here's things I look for in a comic book. I look for, one, good discussion, good talking. So I have nothing wrong with with good dialogue. I have problems with bad dialogue, but good dialogue I'm fine with. But it needs dialogue. It needs some development of story and or character or both. And this does do story development. I'll give it that. And then it needs a little bit of action at least. Preferably more action than a little, but a combination of those things together. This book has mediocre to crap dialogue. It has mediocre art. It has no action whatsoever. It's a bore fest. I can't see why anybody would buy this issue. Not a reason one. It does have some story building, but it also has, once again, more character destruction and bullcrap. So, next issue, Captain of Nothing. Well, that's what this series has been, Captain of Nothing. This has been nothing but a waste of money. My recommendations on this book is don't buy it, stay away from it. Matter of fact, this book is... yeah, this one hit it. Let's hit the offensive one. This is going to the shredder. Frugal Force, here we are again for another episode with another review of Captain America. Yeah, I said Captain America because they are ruining my hero here with this garbage. So this book is going to get every bit that it deserves. There we go. This book sucked. Alright, so once again, don't buy this book. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to hit like, subscribe, hit that notifications bell. Give me your comments. Am I too harsh on this comic? Did you think it sucked too? Let me know in the comment section. Also, if you want to help support the Frugal Force, you can by joining the Frugal Force with as little as $1 a month, by joining our Patreon, and that is in the link down below. Or if you even want some Frugal Force merch, you can go to captainfrugal.redbubble.com. I appreciate all the help from everybody, all the subscribers, all my patrons, new, old, the ones that have stuck with me in a long time, some ones that, given single contributions and left. I appreciate all of you. We're very thankful. And until next time, keep it frugal.